Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and I'd like to thank the honourable members who have prompted this debate. Imagine for a moment that it's your child who's alone in a foreign country, unable to speak the language, at risk of being trafficked. As a parent, would you want that for your child? No parent would. And we have a duty of care and a civic responsibility to make sure that these vulnerable children are protected. Madam Deputy Speaker, this country has a proud history of protecting and supporting vulnerable children, going right back to the Kindertransport of World War II, where children fleeing persecution from Nazi-invaded countries were offered refuge, support and love in the UK. Children and families who escape persecution and are offered a new chance in life can go on to achieve a happy and fulfilled life. These same children could become future leaders in business and the arts, to future politicians who will drive change in our communities. We need the UK to be a world leader on this issue. We need to look back at our history and we need to learn from it. We need swift action to reunite families. Currently, it can take up to 6 months for a child to be registered and for the process to even begin. This is simply not good enough. Never mind 6 months, the government should be doing it in under 6 days. We also need established safe places away from Calais where children and families can be taken. This would reduce the risk of children coming to harm whilst their cases are processed. Madam Deputy Speaker, as I have raised previously in this House, legal aid was removed from refugee family reunion cases following the passing of the Legal Aid, Sentencing and Punishment of Offenders Act in 2012. I have worked for a number of years with different organisations in my constituency and across Kirklees who support families and children who have been resettled into our communities. Volunteer groups such as Sanctuary Kirklees, whose goal is to create a network of groups and organisations throughout Kirklees which are proud to be places of safety for people seeking sanctuary and helping them integrate into their local communities. Recently, I attended the launch of the Buzz project in Marsden, set up by a Syrian refugee who uses his expertise in beekeeping to help other refugees to make a living. And in the spring next year, they hope to harvest their first crop of honey. Madam Deputy Speaker, this project and other projects such as Destitute Asylum Seekers Huddersfield, known as DASH, shows that once we open our hearts to refugees fleeing the horrors of war and genocide, that they can give so much back to our country. So the next time you tuck your child into bed at night, think about these children lying scared in a cold camp, frightened for their life. Next time you give your child a hug, think about these children just across the channel, with no one there to hold them. Next time you laugh and play with your child, think about these children with no one to engage with and care for them. It's difficult and upsetting to think about the challenges these children face every single day, but they need our help more than ever. So as the UK turns away from the European Union, we need to make sure that we don't turn our backs on these vulnerable children.